Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of AVS. Welcome back to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. Also share with your friends, guys. Post it on your Facebook, you know, and also we have an Instagram page as well, the AVS Show. Go ahead and follow that as well.
Make sure to turn on notifications.
Yes, please. So that way, when we post something, you will be the first person to watch. How are you guys doing? How was your week? You know, how's everything going?
I'm doing well. We're looking fabulous. Look at us.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. You know who's not having a good week?
Who?
Tyrese Gibson.
Oh, yeah.
The guy from the Fast and Furious movie, Baby Boy. Everybody watched, you know, saw that movie, Baby Boy.
20 years ago, yes.
Well, Tyrese is not having a good week, from the Fast and Furious troubles to personal family issues. So let me break it down to you, the story. It has so many dimensions. So Tyrese last week was being investigated over child abuse. His ex-baby mother, not mother, accused Tyrese of abusing their 10-year-old daughter.
Wow.
So yeah, so the police was investigating in that issue. So they had like a temporary restraining order against him.
Yeah.
And he, you know, because he wanted to show that he still loves his daughter, flew a banner over their school that said that no matter what, daddy loves you. Not only that, he sent chocolates, balloons, candy over to the school, and the teddy bear over to the school.
Wow.
And that also traumatized the little girl. So basically what he was doing was trying to win back, you know, his daughter's love back. They went to the court this past week. You know, everything went well. The judge basically said that the baby mother can have permanent custody of the child. They have to share it. They have to share the custody.
Good.
I'm glad to hear that.
It didn't go. I mean, I don't think Tyrese did too well at the court, because after the court he has chest pains and now has been admitted to the hospital.
Wow.
So many things going on within, you know, in Tyrese's life. What do you guys think about this whole story?
Well, the thing about Tyrese is that I feel like he's having a midlife crisis. Because
He's been having it for a while.
He's been, okay, he's definitely been having it for a while. I think he's spiraling, and maybe the family trouble is creating more strife in his life. I don't think he traumatized his little girl by sending a banner. I think she was probably super excited. What he did, he violated the court order. Like, he's not supposed to have any.
She cried when she
She didn't like it?
No,
I think she responded well to it.
No.
Wow.
I think my opinion, I'm not in their lives, but my opinion is this is a situation of a girl who always with his daddy, and Tyrese loves his little girl. Like, you can see it. So I don't know if he hit or if he didn't, but let's say that he did, which sometimes kids need an ass whooping. You know, a lot of people don't agree with it. It's illegal in America, but come on, growing up in an African household, you got your ass whooped, you know? And maybe Tyrese, maybe he did, but he didn't do it because he hated her, because he was trying to kill her or traumatize her. If he did, he's a great parent. Like, he's not like an Instagram dad. Like, this guy has his daughter all the time.
All the time. He spends time with her.
And it would be hard for the little girl to be put in a position where she's not seeing her dad, because the mother had like this restraining order. She wasn't seeing her dad. So of course, seeing that on top of her school, daddy loves you, of course you're gonna burst out crying. You're gonna burst out crying because one, you're happy, but two, you miss your dad. And you're put in this situation where you have to be stuck between your mom and your dad. Where when you go to court, whatever you say is either gonna make your mom upset or make your dad upset, and possibly even put your dad in jail.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with everything that you said. In addition to this, you know, he's trying to do Fast and Furious, and The Rock, who's like, you know, the biggest star on there, let's be honest.
I thought it was Vin Diesel.
No, The Rock.
The Rock is big.
Is everywhere.
No, I'm talking about
But
Fast
the Fast
and Furious.
People know
Is Vin Diesel.
but
He's
The
not
Rock
the
is big as well.
He's a bigger
big,
star than Vin Diesel.
But in that movie, I think it's Vin. But sorry to cut your point.
So the thing is, the Rock doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
He's pulling out because he's doing a lot of things. And it's
I
9
think-
movies.
it's
Like,
not
bro,
even-
can you do something else?
I don't even think it's necessarily that he's pulling out. I think what's going on is they have already shot a Fast and the Furious movie. And the movie has a set release date. But now The Rock also has his own movie coming out, which comes out on the same day. So what Tyrese was trying to do was like, hey, bro, you know this is a franchise, like just release your movie on another day.
Yes.
And The Rock hasn't. I mean, for whatever reason, he hasn't. But I feel like I understand Tyrese's point, but I also feel like everyone, like whoever was gonna watch the Fast and the Furious is still gonna go and watch Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, of course.
No, but
And whoever's gonna watch Hobbs, the Rock movie, is also still gonna go and watch it.
I get your point, but in media, it has to do with ratings. It's normal. Like there was even a time Chris Brown wanted to drop an album, and because Adele picked that date, he changed the date because you need traffic. When you want to do something big, you need traffic.
That's true.
And we're all into entertainment. We love entertainment. Two big things happening the same day, choose one. So normally if it was one, if you're supposed to get like 10 million reviews, you get maybe 5 million or 4 million or 3 million. Somebody will run at a loss. So picking the same day is really a problem. I understand where Tyrese is coming from. I like Tyrese though. He's like the comic relief of that movie. You know, right? He always makes us laugh and everything. This midlife crisis that is going through now.
He's 38 years old.
He's 38 years
He's a
old.
really nice guy.
38 years. I want to go back to the abuse, if there's any, of the little girl. The little girl, apparently, they were saying that he stole money from her own piggy bank account. And
wait, I'm sorry, what happened?
She stole money from her own piggy bank account.
The child?
The child did. So the child just took money from, you know, the
yeah.
they have like piggy bank and, you know, Tyrese, apparently they are saying that for stealing her own piggy bank money, she received, for her birthday, Tyrese beat her until she couldn't even sit down. So she, Tyrese beat the little girl so hard that she couldn't even sit down.
Let me ask a question. When does this happen? Does it tell you when it happened?
Exaggerated.
Yeah.
You
Does
think
it
it was
tell-
exaggerated?
does it tell
Why
you
do you
when-
think so? Hold on. Why do you think that?
Fine, Tyrese.
Tyrese
Looks like a disciplinarian.
Yeah.
Normally, he has that personality. We know we've always known him for inspirational videos, and he talks a lot about how you could be a better person. Knowing where he grew up, knowing where you come from, America, I don't think he would just go out of his way and do that, knowing the implication of that. I feel maybe he just hit her. Maybe because out of, you know, like a shock.
So this is what Norma is claiming, which is the baby mother, claims that the child was beaten against her will several times after she begged for mercy and screamed, I'm sorry, please stop, you're hurting me.
Did she take her to the hospital?
Okay.
No, I'm saying, because the thing is, in America, I'm not trying to defend child abusers, because there are people who kill, abuse, who really do hurt their children. But how many times have we heard in the news of
She took him to court.
But did she take the child to the hospital?
Witness? Any witness
like,
to that?
No, not witness. Take to the, if it's child abuse, if the child is really hurt, because even when we were getting beat when we were young, we were running and screaming and please stop. It's like, so sometimes when people say children's words, whatever. To me, child abuse amounts to when there's like cuts. You need to take the child to the hospital because it's like, whoa, what happened? This kid needs stitches, not some simple beating. Because a lot of children now need to get beat. They need to get beat.
Ivy, I agree with you 100%. And this goes back, like sometimes when we talk about domestic violence, so I'll say this is why sometimes kids that are really seriously getting abused get overlooked on.
Yeah.
Because then they have to waste time on cases like this. I wasn't there. I don't know what he did and what he didn't do. But the way I look at Tyrese, I don't think that he would beat his child
to that
extreme.
Yeah.
Yes, he probably did hit her. Maybe she probably did go back and tell her mom, like, Daddy spanked me, whatever. But have you checked the date of the beating? Because it just seems so ironic that the child's mother brought all of this up right after he got married. I mean, if he had been, you know, abusing her severally for a while, why did you wait till after he got married? I'm not saying he didn't do it. No, let me finish my train of thought.
Okay.
I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm not
we
there.
don't know.
I don't know what happened and what didn't
know.
happen. But what I'm saying is, one, that is it's a weird coincidence that it's happened like that. I also find it weird. I have an 8-year-old child, and I think his daughter's like around the same age. 10, okay. I find it really weird that she would go back to her mom and be like, oh, and while Daddy was beating me, I said, Daddy, stop, please. I'm like, the story just sounds a bit exaggerated.
Okay.
You know, and I'm just saying it from being around kids, because normally, even when you discipline a kid, they forget about it.
They really do.
You know, like they're not gonna, like, especially when it's from their parent. Normally, if it's from a stranger, they might, and even that sometimes they won't even tell you. Like, my son tells me all the time, oh, I love being at Auntie Gigi's house. Auntie Gigi never punishes me. But yet, my sister always punishes him. Like, you know, like every time when he misbehaves, like it takes a village to raise a child. But that means that he doesn't even remember his timeouts and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
I just wanted to comment when you said that, why is she coming with this story now? Is it because Tyrese just got married? Why do you, because I've heard that from Ivy also, why do we always do that? Why do we always be like, why are you coming out now? I don't, like, why are you,
because
the thing is, you can't detect when somebody comes out with their story.
We're not
you
saying
really
detect,
can't.
but
you
you
really
should,
can't
you should
tell
find
me
the reason.
why are you saying that now?
No,
Why
no,
now?
no, no, no.
Because
Cause-
I'm ready to
cause
speak up
and
now.
No, because the thing is, sometimes, let's be honest, as human beings, we have emotions. Sometimes some people feel a certain way. We've all seen this with friends. And then that's when they come out with stories.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, when they feel a certain sort of way.
certain way.
If it was so hard, then you should have came out at the time. That's what we're saying.
Yeah,
There's
but-
some things that are
Listen,
so
my-
terrible when
Yeah.
you come out at the time because it's so terrible.
My son-
it wasn't that
That
bad
makes
for you.
sense.
My son went to his dad's house for the weekend, came back with a bug bite. I went ballistic. I called his dad right away. Like, I was so upset right away. I made sure, I was like, why does Caleb have a huge bug? Like where did you take him? Like, what kind of bug bite is this? As a mom, if your child, and I'm a mom, my child is my world, and I'm gonna assume that her daughter is her world.
Yeah.
Your child comes back and tells you that story, you are
act
not wasting
then.
any time. You are doing what you have to do then at that moment. I'm not saying he didn't hit her, but I'm just saying that's how I would react.
And
Like,
that's-
especially if I'm not with the dad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's
Especially-
honestly what we all think. Let's
Well,
be
she's
honest.
also
Some
saying
people
now,
leverage your children.
She's
as-
also saying now when she was pregnant, Tyrese used to beat her. So for me, personally,
Yeah.
yes, you come out with your story.
Wait 10
I'm not
years.
gonna question you. Why are you coming out with your story now? Because I'm ready to
You
to
have
tell
to
my
think
story.
about the whole situation.
I am thinking about the whole thing,
The
but
whole
I don't want to be
situation.
also to be looked at differently because I'm talking about it right now.
You see?
You know?
Ivy
'Cause it's
said
like
she
you
Waited
don't if
10
you-
years.
Ivy said something before. Ever since you said that, it has stuck in my head so much. Because I think when you said it, I disagreed with you. But what you said replays in my head all the time. And I'm like, Ivy's right. You spoke about a guy who threw a laptop out the window. And like for you, you were right.
Yeah, I dumped him.
thought like you are right.
course.
Like the signs are there.
The signs are there.
So if Tyrese put his hands on you
They're not together
whilst
anymore.
you were pregnant, for a man to put his hands on you while you were pregnant, immediately after you had the baby, you should not have been with him. That incident should have been documented. And don't get, it's not, if a man puts his hands on you and you report it, it doesn't necessarily mean all the time that he's gonna get arrested. Like, you have to like follow up with it. She could have at least had it documented so that that is documented there. All of these things, and you're bringing it out. For me,
10
it
years
just
later,
seems,
come on,
for
Charlie.
me, it
Yeah, I
just
don't
seems,
care.
it just seems as if Tyrese is married now, which means less baby mother time. It also means maybe less money for baby mother, less gifts for baby mother. It probably also means that
Less attention.
He's definitely not gonna come back to
Tyrese
me.
probably wants the daughter more, or maybe he's not
Yeah.
spending enough time with the daughter. So now all these things that he did, I'm not saying that he didn't do them. He probably really did do all those things.
Maybe.
But now she's exaggerating them and bringing them out. That's how I view it.
And the thing is, Tyrese has been all over social media. He's having a breakdown. I know you said he's only 38, and he is only 38. I mean, that's true. But like, I think he's having a breakdown because there's no reason for him to be acting so irrational. Because the thing is, his brand wasn't even that strong. You know, he's like this thing that doesn't go away, but never blows up. He's always around. And then each time he does these emotional outbursts in public, it's like, who's your PR rep? Oh wait, he doesn't have one. He can't afford it. But if he did, they'd be like, look, you're destroying the little brand that you have with all these social media posts. Like, control yourself. What is happening?
But maybe
He's
but-
destroying his brand.
If you
But-
do all
maybe
those
he's-
bad shit, it comes
but-
back to you,
But
and you're
maybe
gonna have a
he's just
breakdown.
expressing
some
himself.
people
Maybe he
just-
doesn't want to
it's
keep
energy.
it. Maybe he doesn't want to keep it balled inside
Express
and pop a lot of pills
to
and a lot of
journalists.
drugs, like
No.
a lot of these celebrities do. So maybe
Express to a therapist, not social media, because this is his life. This is his brand.
They're
He's
not gonna solve your
destroying
problem.
it.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. But shout
Are
out to
we?
Yeah, we are gonna move on. Good luck to Tyrese and
Yeah, good
all
luck.
that family
He looks
issues.
really nice in that
All right, so
picture as well.
Yazzie, what is going on?
So I saw, well, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj are on a track together.
Wow.
Hallelujah. Like, we need a moment of silence for that one.
Do we?
Yeah, well,
Do we?
the only other female rapper that has ever been on a track with Nicki Minaj is Trina. And at that time, it was a Gucci Mane song before Gucci Mane went to jail. It was 5-Star Chick. And Nicki Minaj wasn't a superstar yet.
Yeah.
She wasn't a no one yet. I don't even think she had dropped an album at that point. So, of course, she would do a collab with a female with another female. But if you will notice, ever since Nicki Minaj has been this huge superstar, she hasn't had any collabs with another female artist.
No, she
Yeah.
has, I think.
Who?
Who?
Ludacris?
No, not Ludacris. It was like a full video with what's this girl that dated Big Sean before? And this other, they were all
Are they rappers?
Ariana Grande.
They're not rappers.
Oh, you're talking about rappers?
We're talking about rappers.
Of course, she's had songs with females. She's had
Yeah.
songs with Beyonce, several, but she's never had a song
track.
with another
okay,
female rapper. And since Nicki Minaj has been hot, she's literally been taking every Best Female Award rapper back to back. Because she became hot right when Remy Ma went to jail.
Yeah.
So it was like the perfect timing. Before Remy got all the awards, before it was always between Remy and Kim, and then it became Nicki.
Yeah.
And apparently it also kind of seemed, well, I don't know if they do, but social media was instigating that Nicki and Cardi had some sort of tension or beef towards them because, you know, Cardi wouldn't say a name, but she kept talking about somebody who never showed her love, and all of a sudden when her song Bodak Yellow was hot, was showing her love, and people just kind of assumed that it was Nicki, but I don't know. Long story short, Cardi's now dating Offset, and Offset is a part of the Migos. Nicki's cool with Migos, and now they're on a big track. I was gonna kind of drop that.
Drop
in
that.
the end, but okay, yeah. So what I saw on social media was like everyone is really excited about this new track, and they're saying that maybe we can get a 2017 version of Ladies Night, as in for the first time we see that female rappers are coming together. You know, like Remy had her beef with Nicki earlier in the year, but then she like
destroyed Nicki.
Yeah, right.
Destroyed her.
Talk about that.
She did?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And through that, a bunch of female rappers came together, and they were all supporting. It seemed to me that most of the female rappers were supporting Remy.
They were.
That's what it seemed.
Yeah. Okay.
So now
I
with
don't know
this,
about destroyed.
She destroyed her. Did
Like,
you not
let me be real. Like,
shelter?
she did.
Like she destroyed her.
She did.
She just spoke facts. You know when you destroy somebody and you just speaking facts that you can't even rebut it? Nicki even never rebutted it.
no.
The thing is, with this news, Cardi B being on the track with Nicki, it didn't really excite me because Nicki hasn't had a #1 hit ever. Even though she's a superstar, she's A-list, she's, you know, amazing, but she's never had a #1 hit. And now she sees Cardi B is skyrocketed from nowhere.
Yeah.
Like she came from literally nowhere to a #1 huge star. So she's like, well, let me join.
And then Migos are also number
Oh,
one.
you know, the Migos are amazing.
Migos are also number one. They're
good
like
point.
they're great. They have great music. So yeah, you have a point. But for Cardi, it also works for her because
Of course.
Nicki Minaj, no matter like what we want to say about her, is a huge star. She has like over 80 million people following her, and so it's a great
Humongous.
buzz for it all together.
I think she's the richest female rapper, right?
Yeah.
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 I mean, listen, Cardi B, if you're listening, you need to go back to the drawing board. Bodak Yellow is gonna fade out very, very soon. Like, can we be real?
Yeah.
We all gonna be tired of that song. You need something now, like yesterday.
And you know what got me depressed? 2 months ago, we heard that she wanted to put out an album in October. Where's the album?
I think she's
Now
trying
she
to
has put it on the side.
The label is saying that Bodak Yellow is so hot, so she needs to just
Milk it.
milk it and relax until.
And
That's
I
a good
think
business decision.
Yeah,
I
because
think-
right now
It's a
she
good
has set
decision,
the
but
level
do
for
you-
herself
Yes.
Yeah.
so high,
So she needs
It's a little
to.
scary.
so high that the next song,
to be.
everybody is going to be listening like.
But she does
It has
have a
to-
new hit out.
It's not
with
good.
G-Eazy.
The next
it's
song-
called No Limit. It's also really good.
Yeah, but we're saying that her own song.
Her own
because
song.
Not
Okay.
like, because
Yeah.
Bodak Yellow is her song, so she
Yeah.
needs another song that's
Has to be
hers.
great. Has to be
Yeah.
great.
Start to finish.
From
That
start
was
to finish.
impressive.
And she needs to do other things as well, like what Nicki did. Perfume line. I don't know if
She's
anybody want to
working with
smell
Steve
like Cardi
Madden.
B.
She's working with.
I don't know if somebody want to walk around smelling like Cardi B, but you know
I'm
she
sure
needs to-
she has that coming because she's working with Steve Madden on the
But
shoe
are
line.
we buying?
I'm sure people will buy it because
People will
of the
buy.
whole
Are you
Bodak
buying?
Yellow where she talks
It
about.
depends how it looks.
Ivy, are you buying?
The thing about Cardi B is
Yes or
you
no? Are you buying?
it depends how it looks. It
I'm
smells.
not buying, and there's only one reason why I'm not buying, and I'm not buying it because every single Steve Madden pair of shoes that I've ever owned made my feet
painful.
hurt.
Oh.
I thought I was the only
No,
one.
they're
His
made-
feet are horrible.
they're-
Yeah,
So
so
that's
maybe
the only
Cardi's
reason.
gonna be.
Maybe it has to be
That's the
ratchet
only reason why
way
I
out.
wouldn't buy it. Like even his flats,
Yeah.
like everything is
They're
always
beautiful, but
uncomfortable.
it's just like painful.
So that's the only reason why I
But
wouldn't buy
Cardi
it.
B's song, the Bodak Yellow song, the culture made it #1 because hip hop, a
The
female
streets.
rapper hasn't had #1 hit since what?
Lauryn
Hill.
Yes.
So I think the culture, we needed to do it for the culture.
But I
so
also-
I don't want her sitting there to think, oh, it went #1. I'm chilling now. No.
I don't
but
think so.
You know,
I
I
think
think
that's
she's
why
chilling.
she's keeping the album back. I think she's going back and she's really making sure that the album, because the standard that she set for herself, Charlie, it's no joke.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
she
no
can't come with a BS album. And I think that's another reason why Offset put a ring on it, because he's like, look, I'm gonna make this my territory. She's mine. He already sees it. I mean, I'm saying this, and I would bet my whole life savings on it. She's
don't
gonna
think she
blow.
should have gotten-
She's
she
gonna
should
blow
have
Nicki
gotten
Minaj
engaged.
out in terms of rap. I mean, Nicki Minaj will keep being a pop star because right
you think
now.
so?
wait. Okay, let's roll this back. Let's
Okay.
roll.
Yeah,
At
roll
least
back.
Nicki Minaj has flow. Let's just be honest. Nicki Minaj, there is some, right now she's very commercial, but go back to when her
Yeah, she's
mixtape.
From Pink
I have-
Friday, from 2010.
Thank you.
All
And then-
the way.
And
From-
then go back to there, and then look at Cardi B's mixtape. I've been singing Red Bars with you. That's cool, but Cardi has no flow. That's why people think that she's a one-hit wonder.
But can-
Just
Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, but can I say something? Can I say something?
No, I love
I
Cardi B.
totally
Struggling
agree
goat.
with you, and I am probably the biggest Nicki Minaj fan at this table. But facts are facts. I agree with you. Nicki Minaj was awesome hitting the bars. But what I want to know is, since she left Safari, I haven't heard any dope rap music from Nicki since Safari left.
Really?
So, in my opinion,
true, though.
it leaves me to believe I'm just doing this in my opinion, that it is true what Safari's saying, that he wrote those rhymes, because she hasn't
I don't
come
know
out.
about that.
She hasn't come. He didn't say he wrote all of them. He said that he participated, that he helped a lot.
Yeah,
in
Because by
writing
the
it.
way he raps,
He
you
raps.
can tell that
Yeah,
there's some
his
sort
lyrics.
of influence, you know, on Nicki.
But
But
his
I
own
feel
songs
again-
are not doing well.
Nicki's gonna keep being a big pop star, because right now I don't look at her as like a big rap artist. I look at her like
she's very
like
commercial.
a commercial, exactly. And I definitely think that Cardi is next in terms of rap. Cardi may not have flow, but no offense, no disrespect to any artist, look at the kind of music that's out. We have like Little Uzi,
I know.
XXXTentacion.
Pretty terrible.
Exactly. So if this is the
What's the
kind of
standard?
music, I don't even know. I can't even keep
Yeah,
up
he
with
said
them.
she can meet the standard because look how low it is.
It's you know, and the thing is that we all want to see Cardi shine.
Yes,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
want
I like
to see,
Cardi.
like I love Cardi, and I love her so much because like she's really worked hard. Nothing was handed to her on a silver platter. I mean,
She
this
worked
girl
hard.
was stripping. Do you remember the things people used to write under her comments? Even her own friend DJ Self did not believe in her. DJ Self would not play her music. Her own friend.
Yeah.
Now she's the biggest thing.
That's
Self
it.
is trying to get her to do things, and now Self is trying to create a new Cardi B with
all
Dream
I
Doll.
gotta say is time is ticking. You better go back to the drawing board.
I agree.
So
I
we're
agree
gonna-
that
we're
we
gonna move
need
on.
that music. We
Yeah,
do.
we're gonna move on to the next topic, guys. Ivy.
So pretty much what's happening next is the NAACP has released another travel advisory, and it's been warning Black passengers not to ride American Airlines. So, you know, the NAACP has been around for like 108 years, and they've never released any travel advisories until August of this year. They released two. One, Missouri, Black people don't go there, and then two against this airline. And the reason being is that this airline has had more complaints about racial discrimination than any other airline. And it's significant. It's like 29, and the second highest is 17. In addition to that, they have documented proof of cases that have happened. For example, the one that sticks out to me is when a Black female was with her best friend, who's white, and the Black female had first class tickets, but the airline, the stewardess, took the Black woman's tickets, sent her to the back and coach, and then moved the white friend up. And then the white friend and the Black girl, they got together and were like talking, like, what is happening? What's going on? I'm the one who should be in coach. She has a first class ticket. Why are you doing this? And this is documented. And they have so many instances, even just this year, of like Black people getting kicked off the plane because they exchanged words with a white passenger, or something has happened, and then other thing is, because what's happening now, because social media, everyone has a cell phone, so everyone has documented, everyone has receipts. So the NAACP says they're not going to be issuing travel advisories all the time. They're saying, you know, we're not trying to say boycott, but we're trying to tell Black Americans, these people are not for you. This is why, and they're pointing it out, like, this is what they've done just this year, and the year's not even done. So don't give your
29.
money. Yeah.
That's a lot. 29 all in this year or
All in
general?
this year.
All in this year?
Yeah.
Wow. There was
Listen.
one about an Asian doctor that was pulled out. Was it the same American?
No, that was
airline?
Delta.
Okay, that was Delta.
That was-
That was so ratchet.
It goes to show that
That was
nowhere
doing
is
it.
safe.
Listen,
Nowhere is safe.
Charlie, look what
any
I'm about to
minority.
tell you. Listen, I
Yes.
travel a lot.
Yeah.
And I think every airline is racist, if you want my honest opinion. Like every single airline I have been on, I've had some type of racial problem.
Really?
I was on what airline was it? Oh my God, I forgot. But I actually documented it. I recorded the whole thing, said I was gonna report the incident and I never did. But I actually
should.
recorded the whole thing.
Yeah. You
should.
Like where I was checking in, first class ticket, checked in, I was fine, everything was fine, got to the gate, I was fine. Right when I was getting on the plane, the air hostess says that my bag can't come on the plane. So I'm like, it was Air Berlin. I said, why can't my bag come on the plane? She's like, it's too big. I'm like, I just saw like 7 other passengers with the same type of small roll-on get on it. She said, well, I'm telling you, there's no space so your bag can come. And then I was like, okay, fine. And then the pilot comes out and the pilot is like, yeah, if she says that your bag can come on, your bag can come on. I'm the pilot. Whatever I say goes. It doesn't matter who else said whatever. Your bag can come on the plane. You have 2 options right now. You either get on the plane or you don't. I was in Switzerland, so I was like, okay, you know what? This is not my country. Gave them my bag, got on the plane. When I got to JFK, guess what? They had ransacked my whole bag. I was the only black girl on the plane. They had ransacked my whole bag, and I actually had items stolen
They do steal.
from my bag.
You didn't report that?
I recorded the whole thing. Never just got to report it. I should have reported it.
Report it today.
But it just goes to show. It was like,
How many-
okay,
how many
black
years?
girl. This was like in 2015. It's
doesn't
like
matter.
black
You just
girl.
said in the other thing that it does matter. Report it now.
No, but this isn't like, she should report it to the airline so they know.
Same thing to me.
Should have.
Same thing
gonna
to
kill-
me.
But for
You're
me-
saying that report it now, but it's 5 years later.
It just showed them
3 years.
black girl.
Doesn't matter.
2015.
Okay, could y'all stop bickering?
Okay, I
Like,
know,
husband and
because-
wife, so I could tell my
All right,
story.
tell your story.
So it just showed me that black girl, only black girl on the flight, first class, Switzerland. For them, I don't know, maybe they thought I had something bad. I don't know what they thought. But
course
obviously
not.
they thought something and
Thought
then
you
actually
were
ended up
moving
stealing.
the usual Ghana, you know.
And the thing is,
Weed.
I think it's interesting that you also mentioned the pilot came out because he was probably white, right? So
I
they
was the
say-
only black person on that whole entire flight.
They say pilots,
Wow.
like the percentage of black pilots in America is only 3%. So it's like, I'm not saying that, the average white person is racist or anything, but I'm saying that I'm glad that they're issuing advisory warnings. I'm glad that they're pointing it, because what is happening right now is the reason that I'm glad is because now people are investigating. That's the thing. That's what I love right now, what's
it's
happening
raising
with social
tension.
media. People are like, why did they do that? And let me investigate. Let me get curious, because I didn't know 3% of all pilots, because I didn't find that in the advisory article. I actually went and Googled it.
Yeah.
And so it made me more interested. And I think that's what they're trying to do is also tell black Americans, like, look, or black people, like, look, these people are not for you, and this is why. And you do the investigation. They're saying the president of the NAACP said, I don't want you to boycott them. I just want you to know. And that's it.
But what
Listen.
the NAC, what they should be doing is starting our own airline. That's what the issue is here. Why are there not any airlines that are owned by? What is Diddy doing? What is Oprah doing? Floyd Mayweather.
Oprah
Where are
owns
you?
a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Ivy, she owns a lot, but what is she owning that is
But are
benefiting?
you saying
That's
they should
my
have,
problem with
they should have-
Excuse me?
Are you saying they should have black airline, like Black Airways?
No,
or
not
what?
Black Airways, but
something owned by a black person.
Something owned by a black,
person,
where people
okay.
are not going to are not going to have racial problems.
Racial
That's the
problems.
issue here, because I've had issues with Delta. Trust me, I could list the airlines from A to Z.
Listen, like, I gotta
They're
come in
all
here.
racist.
I gotta come in here. I'm like you. I'm glad that they are making this announcement, but I don't need them to make this announcement. When I go to certain areas and certain neighborhoods, I act Caucasian. I know that's bad. I know that's wrong. But at this day and age,
Charlie, you're a big
hold
white
on,
boy.
Hold
Stop
on.
it.
No. Listen,
But I understand what he's saying. But I understand what he's
let me
saying.
finish.
Okay, finish.
I'm acting Caucasian when I do phone interviews. Yes, please. I'm acting Caucasian. Whatever that I'm gonna do to get me through is what I'm doing. Like sometimes. Listen, it's not good. It's not good.
Sometimes it's not your
Sometimes
behavior.
it's not your
I'm saying-
behavior,
It's
hold
not
on,
your
hold on,
behavior.
hold on.
You're
But
black
it's
as
not
hell
good.
talking about-
I'm not saying it's the right way to go.
No, I'm
but
not saying there's anything wrong
at
with your
this point-
behavior. No, Charlie, that's not what I'm
Sometimes
saying.
it's not your behavior, it's your
Sometimes
color.
What I'm saying, there have been instances I went to Emory University in Atlanta, which is like it's a very white school. And there were times the police would come to I'm talking about, they would come to black area or where people of color were congregating. And we're all doctors, future doctors, lawyers, owners of airlines. We're all bosses, all CEOs, CFOs. I saw a policeman tase a doctor who's now, he's a neurosurgeon. And he did not raise his voice. No. He did not do anything.
No, I get it.
He sued them and won. And I'm telling you, sometimes people are treated a certain way just because you're black.
And I agree with you.
Not because of your behavior.
I'm agreeing with you, but I'm saying, I'm not going to make matters worse as well. Like last time when we went to the hotel party, we got kicked out. All of us got kicked out. It was full of black African people. You know, we usually loud. So they got nervous. Like when you do that, most of these white people are nervous. It's like, oh, what is about to go on? They are nervous as hell. So for me to prevent that, I'm in your territory, so I'm gonna act like you. I'm gonna sit proper. Hello.
Yeah, I get your point. But sometimes,
sometimes
you don't have to even behave. Sometimes you don't even have to behave to get in trouble. Like what she said.
Yeah, you don't.
But the question is, why did you go to a very white school in the first place?
Because it's the best.
Okay. Can I say something? Because it was the best. Pause a second. This is what I say all the time. Like my sister keeps instilling in my son and her son, like, Harvard.
Oxford, Harvard.
And my sister is, why don't we have a black Harvard?
We have Howard.
Okay. So that's where we should be encouraged.
So why don't you take your
law
kids
school,
there?
I went to, no. In my family, it was acceptable for you to go to Morehouse, Spelman, and Howard. Yeah. That's fine because those are excellent black schools. Yes. You have the same opportunity as any Ivy League because the people go there who recruit Harvard. That's fine. I'm saying that, and also what's happening right now is more black people have returned to black universities. Even my law school I went to Texas Southern University, which is is the very first historically black law school in the country. So, I feel like black people do support black things. Yeah. And I do agree that there needs to be a black airline, but that's up to someo's. I cannot tell someone that they need a.
I understand what you're saying, but look at Diddy. Diddy owns so many things, and I love Diddy. Respect, hats off to Diddy. But I'm just saying, like, while you're encouraging Ciroc, I know Ciroc is making you money, but Ciroc is also an alcoholic beverage. You know what I mean? And like he started a charter school in Harlem, which is great. But I need people. Yes, he has a charter school in Harlem from 6th to 8th grade.
He goes there sometimes.
He goes there and everything. His kids go there.
See?
All that.
Let's congratulate that.
Great. But then I also need him to start an airline. I need that.
He can't do it all.
He can partner with Oprah, Michael Jordan, and they can all come together and do it.
Also a form of segregation. If we all want to live together. No. Hold on. Let me finish. If we all want to be together and let's work together. Let's move on. Slavery is it's all gone. Let's move on. And if something doesn't work out for you, you want to separate yourself and do something else for just black or for just white.
I don't want to talk about that right now, but let me tell you this. After integration, before integration, 67% of all black Americans had their own business. The black two families were together. After integration, black people are more prevalent in jail. Black people have no money. Black people don't own anything. It actually has proven, it's been studies, that a lot of black people just need to return to black areas, be around other black people who are doing very well, and they feel inspired. The thing about me going to a white school is that I always felt like an other. Yeah. There is something about being around black people and being around black people who are African, Caribbean, because that's what I loved about Emory. African, Caribbean, black Americans, and seeing how they live and being inspired. You're like, you know what? So-and-so did this.
So what do we do? So what do we do moving? Hold on. So what do we do moving forward? Because like I said before, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to certain places and act Caucasian or be proper or be scared. So what do we do moving forward?
What's happening right now?
What we do is, if we can't assess what they have, we make our own.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. And what I'm saying, I'm not saying that the airline should be only for black people. No. What I'm just saying that if Diddy owns an airline, okay, I'm just using it for the Michael Jordan, Oprah.
Diddy, don't try.
Yazzie.
You don't need to have all the capital.
Do you know what? Let's actually talk about that. Yazzie. You could own an airline.
Exactly.
No. Amen. Let's leave away.
Forget about Diddy.
Diddy has a school. Oprah has a school. school Oprah
They've
has
done
a
that
whole
part.
network. You know, Tyler Perry got a town, a city. City of Atlanta is Tyler Perry's.
Yes.
You can own a school.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's your idea.
If you want black people to own an airline, why can't you say I want to own an
Champion the
airline?
idea.
You're
All
right.
you need is sponsorship. You need money, right? You need capital.
And you can find that. Let me tell you guys this. There is money out there. And let me say, for example, I blog about the African diaspora who are building businesses in Africa. I saw that there wasn't a space, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to create it. I'm going to showcase black people. I'm going to showcase the amazing black people who are doing amazing things. You can, if you want an airline, Yazzie, you can get an airline.
What did Obama say?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
You guys are amazing. Actually, you know,
I started preaching.
You know, Baby Jets just started his airline.
About to.
Baby
About to.
Jet.
He needs the license first.
He needs the license, but he's
all right, but
trying
we got to
to
move on though. Timani. Timani.
But let me
we
say
gotta
something.
move on.
I know, but I just want to say one thing because I don't want the people. I'm not saying that we
20
should do
seconds.
segregation.
Hurry up.
All I'm saying is that black people should own more stuff. It shouldn't just always be about boutique and alcohol and
Fashion.
stuff.
Yeah.
Fashion. We should own more tech stuff, more oil stuff, gas companies, all of that. That's all that I'm
It's
saying.
not segregation.
Yeah.
It's about creating options.
Yes.
BET was not created for segregation.
Yes.
It's an option.
Yes.
So that's
yes.
how it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Funny enough, the next story is also talking about something that people are having mixed feeling about, and they think is being targeted on black because blacks are the ones doing the job.
What is
Have you
going
guys
on?
heard about Amazon Prime?
Yeah, of course.
I have it.
I love it.
You love it?
Yes.
I mean, I don't have it. I'm using it, friends.
I have Amazon and I
Okay,
have
Amazon Prime. That's what I'm
Okay.
talking about. Like, there's a new development now. They want to have a code where they can have access to your house because a lot of people have lost their deliveries, which is true. Like, you go to work, right? When it comes to deliver your stuff, you're not there. They just drop it on the floor.
Yeah.
Then the good
UPS does that a
Samaritan.
lot.
Yeah.
Then the good Samaritan will
UPS
take
is
it for
so
you.
good
The
for
rightful
doing
owner
that.
actually will take it for you. So they want a situation whereby you pay extra, and they have a code that they'll put in your door when you're not home. They'll get in, put your stuff.
Yes.
But you said you love it now.
So
Lock the door and leave. What do you
You know,
think?
you know what I
think it's
want.
a-
You know what I want. Listen, I don't need Amazon key or what I need from these people delivering my package. And if you guys are listening, just a little bit more patience. Because sometimes I'll be at home in my house and I still miss my package.
Hold on.
Because this is what they do.
It's true. Hey, as if they're scared. Or
And
they
then
don't
they
want
run.
you to be home.
And I was like, no, I've been waiting for this package. I need these shoes that I ordered to go to this party, and I just missed this package. So what I need from them is just a little bit more patience.
Like, they don't want you to be home.
listen, I ordered a printer and some lights from Amazon. This is like a week ago, literally.
Yeah.
And the guy I stayed home that day all day. He never knocked on my door. But the next day in my mail thing, it had the slip as if he had knocked.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So long story, when I went to pick it up, it was this huge, like 2 big, huge boxes. So I'm like, this guy just didn't want to waste his
They're
time.
lazy. They just
coming up.
go. You know, they have a lot to do in a day. So they just go.
Yeah, so the big boxes.
Drop it and run. But what they want now is they want to have a code. But they said that the whole installation is going to be a camera, you understand? A surveillance camera in the house. So when the delivery man gets to the door, he will contact the head branch, and then the head branch will open the door because you've already signed for that program.
Signing too much.
Right.
So-
then they will enter your house, drop the thing. Maybe if there's a little bit of food in the kitchen, they could have some.
So you
if they like.
Why
No.
black people mad?
You
Black
failed to
people are mad.
mention that
Yeah.
that's also going to cost, you pay a one-time fee of $250.
That's what I'm saying,
So
you
you're
pay
paying
extra.
for somebody to come and rob you.
No, but they
You know
have
what I mean?
cameras. The guy won't rob you anyways. That's what they're saying
Whatever.
because they can watch.
Cybersecurity. Everybody's getting hacked left and right. You think Amazon's going to keep your information?
I was
Please.
getting
And
to
that's
that.
going to be hacked in 2 days.
Did you see recently that police officer that just got he just got arrested and he resigned from the force because during Hurricane Irma somebody called 911 to check on they couldn't get their dad on the phone.
Yeah.
So his son called 911, gave 911 the code for the garage so they could check on the dad, and the cop went in and robbed the guy.
Are you serious?
Took pills and all kinds of stuff. And what the guy didn't know is that, of course, the guy's kids are smart. They have a video camera set in. Like,
Listen, this will
so
work
they
for-
saw that. So we all know that even though these people are going to be working, at times things can be tempting. And if you might have left something in it there, somebody might grab it.
The reason why black people were really mad is that most of the delivery people are people of color, right?
Yeah.
So they say that even if nothing gets lost, people will claim that they've lost properties. You understand? So these people are now the targets.
It's becoming a race thing.
So what do you think?
Honestly, people who want this are foolish. Every time I see a new invention or a new thing that
You have
enter
to
your
think,
house,
like-
or like people control their house with their cell phones, all y'all are dumb. All of y'all
No,
who
but-
want to control your house with your cell phones.
But we're in the
Is it that
digital
serious?
age.
Please, is it that serious
But
where people need to open the door, drop the package off, rob you, and then
Exactly.
go? I'm
Yeah,
so
no, I don't
confused.
like- I don't like that
People
one.
are just lazy.
Lazy!
People are just lazy.
Lazy!
We want everything delivered. Uber Eat, Uber Drive, Uber
Yeah.
Share, Uber Pool, Uber
True.
this. It's like everything needs to be like,
It's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much.
Get your ass up.
But-
My grandmother worked miles and miles to chop wood. You know, get your ass up and go get your package. How about that? But I think another thing that will really work is that you have to be not have to, but it would be nice to be friends with this delivery guys, because like my UPS guy, like we cool. I'm like, hey,
But
he knows
sometimes
me.
they
He knows.
switch them, right? Sometimes like if he's
No,
off,
they
or
don't.
you
Not
get
in that area.
They
It's
switch
rare.
them.
It's rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, when he comes, you know,
They wait
they
for
know.
you.
They're
They
like,
know.
Charles, here you go again, your package from your favorite website. Like they know. So I think that will also help.
Mine even knows my number. Like she calls me king of the street because I live in. No, it's not. No.
No, I just said,
I
can't
live.
say eh.
I live. My name is Anthony, and I live in Anthony Avenue. I won't give you the full address. So she's like, king of the streets. Are you home? You know, I
that's
got
nice.
something for you. You understand? So it makes it easy. Just
That is nice.
get close to
You
them. They
better,
don't change
you better
them
get her
easily.
some
I
Christmas
mean,
gifts.
listen,
Christmas coming
for
up.
me,
I
as
will.
much as there's like one guy, sometimes they switch them and stuff like that. So it's never reliable. However, as much as I agree with you guys should also realize that we're going in a tech world. We're going in a time where we wouldn't even need to see doctors. Like we're gonna be seeing robots and computers when we go to the hospital. So this tech stuff is definitely going to come around. It's going to get worse. I
people-
am one
yeah.
of those dumb people because I do control my apartment with my phone. I have, I have
it's
cameras
dumb,
in my
though.
house
I don't
and
think
I
it's
can
dumb.
check it from my
That's what I
cell
wanted
phone
to
at
say.
any
The
time.
thing is, the only reason I'm saying it's dumb, let me clarify before I get dragged in the comments. The reason I say it's dumb is because
apologize
cybersecurity.
up front.
No, yeah, I know, right? Cybersecurity is not good. They be stealing identities left, right, and center.
But we're living in a time where you're not safe anywhere. And if
Exactly.
somebody's gonna get your information, they're gonna get it. These
Anyways.
people that go for the information, they have their sources that they go and get the information
You're
from.
right.
So
But
if it's
I'm
gonna
not gonna
happen
hand
to
it
you,
At least fight for it. Fight for my information.
No, but do you know that nothing is safe, both the physical
Yes.
and even in digital, even the internet. When you go on the internet, there's some things that pop up. You know, anything can happen now. So that doesn't mean you will
you
stop
know,
or
like
you won't
even
do it.
even everything you put on Instagram, the minute you put it on Instagram, doesn't
theirs.
belong to you.
Yeah.
It don't stay.
So,
You know,
yeah,
like
you still do it anyway.
exactly.
You know?
But
I
I
guess.
think that this is gonna work really well for people that live in North Carolina, Mississippi.
Quiet area,
Quiet
is more
area.
dangerous.
No, but
No,
trust me.
because-
But those people live a different kind of lifestyle. Like right now in New York City, I don't think we're gonna embrace this. Not yet.
now.
Eventually we will.
Maybe the rich people will.
Yeah, because you know everything is insured with them anyway.
Yep.
So even if you
Yeah.
take something from your house,
Even a
insurance
cup.
will cover for it.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I think definitely people that live in the middle of nowhere might mess with this. Yeah, but not in New York City.
But I also think this is dangerous for the security. I mean, not security, it's, for the UPS or the delivery man. Because the thing is, in Texas, everybody has a gun. And like, let's be honest. Let's talk about real life. Everybody has 2 to 3 guns. This is a stat I completely made up. But if you look it up, like Texas, like everybody is carrying all the time. It's an open carry state, which means that you can carry a gun visibly, like anywhere. So people, sometimes when I don't even knock on some people's doors because I'm like, I could have sworn
Bless you.
they might open the door with a gun, and that's how it's Texas. Like some people will just open the door with a gun. So imagine if a UPS, let's say you forget that you gave somebody the passcode to get to your door, and they did that soft knock
You're
because they didn't want to
actually
talk to
right.
you. Then you open the door, and the person's like, wait. There's somebody cricket. Bow. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. They're killing black people, and now they want to kill them in the door. Yeah.
Easily. You say, I didn't know. It was a mistake. Don't
Listen,
too
y'all,
soon.
listen. Let us know in the comments if you're going to sign up for this.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments, okay? Until then, you're watching AVS. This is MinaTV.
Thanks for watching, and if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.